Welcome back, Thunderleaf friends. We appreciate you joining us here on a return to Humblewood this Monday. And we are still down a member. Unfortunately, Mike is unable to make it tonight. But we're gonna soldier on without him tonight. And he should be back next week. And then, of course, we've got lots of great programming all week long for you. So if you haven't, make sure to hit that subscribe button, like the video, throw us a comment. We love to see you chatting with us. And if you are enjoying chatting with us, make sure you join us on Wednesdays for reviews at 9 o'clock, and again on Sundays. That's been our real popular place for people to join, chat, kind of have some interaction time with us, and we really have been enjoying that. And then we normally have Donnie Does It on Wednesdays. I'm going to be occupied the next couple weeks with extra work. So who knows? Maybe somebody will do something, but no plans as of yet. Otherwise, check out some great tip videos on Fridays with Greg, doing tip videos for how to improve your role-playing games, your home games, and make the most of different tools to do that. Otherwise, we always want to start by thanking some of the people that make our stream possible. So we are not sponsored, but we do want to give credit where credit is due. So Sirenscape provides our soundboard. We've got Kevin McLeod providing our intros and outro music for our streams. And then, of course, Hit Point Press, who brings us the fun world of Humblewood that we're going to be playing in tonight. So we've had a couple adventures here in Humblewood, a couple misadventures, and felt it was due we would level up our adventures tonight. So that's kind of where we're going to go with our question tonight. Let's reintroduce our character real briefly and just tell us how you've leveled up, what you think is most important about your level up. So why don't we start with Amy? You're right next to me on the camera, so.
Hello. So I am playing Claren, who is a Gerbine, which is the little mouse person in Humblewood, and she is a fighter. Just came of age like 7 minutes ago. So very naive, very much a stereotypical homeschooler kind of vibe, and is just genuinely doing everything she can to try to show she's good enough and impress these true warriors that she is around, and she's doing something. I don't think she's good at it, but she's doing something. And I just added some bits to strength and beefed that up a little bit, and took dual wielding because I carry many things, and I thought that's probably good for something.
For sure.
I'm really good at this.
Pro fighter here.
Yeah.
And Greg, how did you level up?
All right, so nothing super exciting for Horbus, the Raptor Ranger here. I just brought his dex up to a nice even 19.
Holy moly.
Yeah. So he's going to get a lot better at that, but he's still a crusty asshole.
And Ray, how are you leveling up today?
So I will be playing Ember, our barbarian Strig, and I have taken the slasher feat, so I could now hurt people more when I ask them a question. And it also allowed me to bump up my strength, so now I'm now 18 strength.
Nice.
Yeah.
Very cool. All right. So last time we played, so 2 weeks ago, I think, what was it, been 3 weeks? Oh my gosh.
Gosh, has it?
Was it 3 weeks?
Maybe just 2. I think it's just been 2.
Yeah, we did Cthulhu.
Yeah, we did Cthulhu last week. And
it's been hectic.
Yeah, it's been crazy.
So 2 weeks back now, we had a little group heart-to-heart, experienced some family therapy at the home of Clearin, and via Horvis's ex, the therapist, Sarah McGuffin, I think was the name. Sarah something.
Sounds right.
Sarah McMurphy's. There we go.
McMurphy's, that's right.
And kind of learned a little bit more about our party, how they've traumatized our friend Clearin. And it sunk in for most of the party. Ember, a little questionable. Otherwise, though, we got to explore the city just a little bit, had some fun adventures at the Lucky Rooster, setting up false appearances, and then set off out into the woods again to catch up with the patrols we've seen leaving the city, and have found our en route to Meadowfen, the nearby town that the party intercepted the tax cart from, and who are now being held responsible for that going missing. And we left off in a mostly abandoned coalition camp where the fellow coalition members have received your warning and set off into the woods themselves to help stop some of these squads that have been dispatched by the city to Meadowfen. You believe they've been fairly effective from what you've kind of gathered from the rest of the coalition, and have decided to take a long rest here, where Horvis has spent the night kind of by the fire and then interacting with some of the local the families that are in the camp a little bit. And I think Ember spent the night crafting armor out of the skull
The
of
nepo baby head.
Nepo baby, yeah. And meanwhile, Clearin got some rest, and Tallow is, as far as you all know, resting as well. How would you all like to proceed? We'll welcome you back to the forest floor.
I think Horibus will probably find his way to the mess and probably get himself the equivalent of coffee and breakfast. Kind of wait for everybody else there.
Ember probably shows up rocking her new armor. And it's just filling her plate with just ridiculous amounts of food. Like, there's no way she's going to eat all that, but she will, in fact, eat all that.
Yeah. Claire will make it there eventually. She's definitely trying to, like, recreate her new makeup look from her friends at Gillespie. And she's doing the full pep talk in the mirror again, which is how she fell asleep. And just waking up like, you're good enough, you're smart enough, doggone it. Just pumping herself up, and then she'll meet you over there.
And it's while you're all having breakfast that this motherly white Gallus hen comes up to you all and hands you a note and says, I think it was your friend that gave this to me.
I'll take a look. And yeah, Horibus will take the note.
Yeah, and you see that it's a note from Tallow, and he notes that he couldn't get those mephits, or excuse me, not mephits, those magmins out of his head, the little fired sprites that you had seen in the woods. And he was very concerned about that they might start a fire nearby. So he's actually set off to deal with that before it becomes more of a problem here on the outskirts of camp. He says, don't wait up for him. He'll meet you in Meadowfen.
If they don't kill him. They're very tricksy.
So is Tallow. I think he'll be fine. Besides, it's
You guys like that plot device?
not like there's anything we can do about it now.
Should never wander off alone.
It's a horrible idea. I mean, I've seen it lead to horrible character deaths on this network before. Sorry.
You did it yesterday.
At least once.
Yeah.
That's a good point. I do as I say, not as I do, Clearhand.
I'm learning to, yeah, that's true.
All right. Otherwise, is there anything y'all wanted to do here in camp before you continued on? Are you making straight for Meadowfen? Any other plans en route?
Makes the most sense to head for Meadowfen if that's where we know the raiding party was ultimately headed.
Mm-hmm.
To Meadowfen.
All right. So you head out of camp, and as you're coming out of camp, you notice that Benna Saradin, the coalition camp leader, is kind of heading back in with several squads of coalition members. Some are a little worse for wear, but overall they seem to be in decent shape. They're not like, the walking wounded coming back to camp at this point. Benna, seeing you, kind of hails you down. Oh, we got your warning. It probably did good. I think we let him off the trail a little bit. Probably interfered with most of them getting to Meadowfen too quickly. We kind of lost track, and we're certainly not equipped to go head to head with all of them. But I think we bought some time, and hopefully Meadowfen will be spared a little bit here. I think now they're more concerned with chasing us around the woods than they were with chasing Meadowfen.
How many troops did you encounter?
Well, I think we had 4 separate groups kind of chasing their tails through the woods. It was a hoot.
Yay! Good job.
Where are you all off to? I'm glad to see you back in camp. Were you able to rally any further recruits while you were in Alderheart?
Not any active recruits, but we were able to sow some discord. We did get some people to believe that Sapling Albert was seen at the Lusty Rooster.
Oh, that's a clever ruse. That ought to confuse things a little bit.
That's what we're hoping. I mean, confusion is our best friend here. Like you keep reminding me, we are vastly overpowered, and the more we can do to disrupt their communications and sow confusion, the stronger we'll be. I guess it sounds like Meadowfen is well off. Where can we be of the most assistance now?
Well, I mean, we led several groups, but there's nothing saying that none got to Meadowfen. We kept the majority of the forces occupied, but I think it is worth maybe checking in on them. And with this extra taxation, they might be amenable to joining the cause.
Then I think we'll head over to Meadowfen and see if we can't get them to join the cause after everything they've been through. I think they'll be eager.
Did we have stuff to return to them? Be like, oh, we saved you some of your oats or whatever.
Yeah, I think we did have some of the goods. I know we gave some to Benasaradin and the rebel.
I took some home.
Yeah, but I think we were going to bring like a third of them or something back to Meadowfen.
I don't recall that.
The goods.
Not money.
No.
I don't believe the good. I think you turned over the original caravans supplies to camp, and then some of the goods were dispersed to clear in to return to the city with and stock up the clinic and drive some goodwill there in the city to the coalition as well. But I don't believe anything was really set aside or kept aside other than what Tallow pocketed beforehand.
Fair.
Our presents will be the present. Is there a route you think might be better or safer at this time?
Well, I mean, nothing's ever safe in the woods. If you get off the trail, there's their own dangers. And, well, if you're on the trail, there's always the patrols. So it's a little bit of which one do you feel more prepared to handle? Maybe you're prepared to talk or fight your way past some squads of raptor patrols or whatever dangers you might encounter in the woods. It's a little harder to guess what you might hit.
Good point. Woods it is. This one gets really introspective and weird when we run into patrols.
That's probably smart. Keep our movements secreted.
To the woods.
To the woods.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's just have a group survival check then as we head out through the woods, just to keep our route and keep eyes open for danger as we're proceeding.
Remind me how we do group survival in 5e, because I was listening to Call of Cthulhu all day, so I've got that rule at top of mind.
So it's just each of you making a survival check, and
Okay.
I kind of look at the group average.
All right, 17.
I got a 16.
We keep rolling within one of each other for these group checks, Ray.
Great minds think alike. Or roll alike.
Uh-oh.
Claire?
I did so good.
Oh, okay.
I had it.
Yeah.
I had up the Google browser, which still does not have a die, so I had to switch browsers really quick.
All right, so it was a 16, a 15, and a
21.
21. All right, very good. So you go proceed through the woods through the day, and it's a quiet day in the woods. I mean, the sun's kind of shining through the branches, and the animals seem relatively at peace. You don't get any sensitive predators or anything like that stalking your path. And it's about probably 3/4 of the way of the day that you come across a small pool of water, and it's this very peaceful glade, and you just get a sense of goodness in this area. And just as you're walking up, you see this giant elk with like the largest set of antlers that you have ever seen calmly and quietly walk out of the opposite side of the woods to the pond, and it eyes you each for a moment, and you feel its thoughts kind of piercing you, and it's regarding you with a level of intelligence, and it seems to accept you're there, and slowly ducks its head and takes a drink from the pond.
I give a very grandiose bow.
Any other reactions?
I give it a stop.
I think Horbus will give it a nod and then slowly kneel and refill his water skin.
Awesome. And I'm guessing, I mean, Horbus is kind of a rough and tumble guy. As you kind of stick your hands in the water and fill your water skin, you notice some of like the small little cuts on your hands heal just a little bit.
Come here. Ember, get over here.
What?
Let me see your hands. And I'm assuming Ember probably has hands that are kind of beat to hell.
Oh, yeah, they are.
Stick your hands in the water. Watch. Slowly. We don't want to upset the friend over there.
I will gently place my giant barbarian hands in the water.
And the blood seeps across. No. No, similarly, you noticed like some of your minor wounds seem to heal just a little bit as you dip your hands in the water.
Probably looking at them in awe, and then gets a little bit angry. She's like, "Where are my war calluses?"
I think this is... pond has healing properties.
Do we tell the
My
camp?
mom's a doctor, and I don't think that's a thing, because like we spend a lot of time and money dealing with people's stuff, and like if it was just a water thing, I don't know about that.
Come take a look.
But
Claire.
look,
Ah.
Yeah, but like soap does that too.
It doesn't heal the cuts on my hand.
Oh.
I think Orbis is going to, in classic movie fashion, across the palm of the hand.
I was just gonna say that.
Yeah, he's gonna do it
Just
across.
gonna say that too.
Let's find out. And yeah, he'll cut his hand and then stick it in the water, palm down.
Okay, so just roll a like a dagger attack damage roll on your hand there. I'm not gonna make you roll to hit, but
yeah, I would hope I could hit
so,
myself, but I take 2 points of damage.
just do a D4 plus dex.
Oh, of course, plus dex.
Yeah, take that, Mr. 19.
All right, well, I take 6 points of damage in that case.
All right, and when you put your hands in the water and wash them off, you go ahead.
1 point.
Nope, you manage to heal 5 points of healing. So the wound doesn't like completely close, but like it's now a couple days old, like well on its way to healed.
See, look, Claire. See where I did it? Yeah, I just did that, and it gets back together.
I am weary, but interested.
Doesn't it just feel right, though? This oath that...
Yeah, I want to be in it. I
want to leave.
It looks nice.
Set up a little tent over there, a hammock by the shore.
Yeah.
Run away from everything.
What were we doing? Like just this, right? Like
we were camping, weren't we?
No. We must go to Meadowfen.
Meadowfen,
and fight.
yes, Meadowfen, that's right.
But like we can come back.
Yeah.
We'll come back.
I think Horbus will pull out his map and mark this little glade.
Okay, for sure. And does anybody else fill up like their canteens or anything from the glade?
Probably, yeah.
I mean, I went before we left because I was responsible, guys. I have all my needs met.
I was responsible.
I
I'm a smart little
water on the
jerby.
way here because I'm hydrating appropriately.
No.
Got to replace what I used.
All right, so those of you that did fill up your canteen, you can basically count that as it's a low grade healing potion.
Okay.
It'll do D4 plus 2 hit points.
Cool.
And it is kind of as you're finishing up in this glade that all of a sudden you see the elk kind of head pop up and he looks out to the east a little bit or thinking about the map here. It would be west. So he looks out kind of towards the west a little ways and you can tell that he hears something. His like ears kind of rotate towards that direction and he kind of takes off into the woods at this point. I don't think you all probably hear, but let's have some perception checks just to see.
21 for Forbes.
4.
10.
I'm busy looking at my new soft hands.
I'm gonna have to earn all those calluses again.
So much work.
So Horbus, you definitely do hear just very much on the edge of your range the creaking of like wagon wheels, and you suspect that the road is not that far off and somebody's moving along it.
Gonna, do the halt. Road. 150 yards that way. Someone's on it.
Should we kill them?
Let's at least get eyes on them. It could be a patrol. Or it could be merchants headed for Meadowfen. And yeah, he will pull out a couple of darts and start slowly moving towards the road.
All right, let's make some stealth checks.
Had to break at some point. That's a 6.
17.
10.
6, 17, and 10. Okay.
That's not true. Hold on. 11. I forgot I had disadvantage.
Oh. I think the 10 would be worse then. Or were you the good stealth check before?
I thought I
you were
had
the
18.
good one.
Yeah.
Oh, you're
no.
right. So 6, 10, and 11. Okay. So as you're kind of creeping up to the road, you do see a group of raptors escorting a cart laden with unusual goods. Like, it's not like chests of gold necessarily, but it looks like somebody's shop almost, like build a cart. It's like assorted foods, and like there's some cloth in there, and it looks like basically whatever they could grab. There's 5 transporting it here. There's one kind of obviously in charge, 3 lower grade, lesser armed raptors, similar to the raptor patrols that you've run into before, and 1 Loomis, the kind of dove-like creatures that are involved in the leadership of the bird folk escorting this cart. And just as you kind of get a good eye on them and are looking at this cart, the leader kind of looks up. Halt! Who's going there? Identify yourselves, quick!
Do we want to take these guys? Or do we want to try to talk our way out of this? We fighting?
No.
It just looks like a shop on wheels. You know, I'm sure they're fine. I'm sure they're very peaceable.
It can always devolve into fighting, which is what it will almost assuredly do anyway. So
Most
if you want to try to see what's up first before
I'm
swooping
newly
in on 'em.
confident. Hi, I'm Kieran.
All right.
I just am on a walk and I had to use the little mouse's room and went over to those trees there. Hi.
And who is that with you?
I'm just.
All of you, identify yourselves.
I'm her friend. Harris.
Hello.
I was
They're my
also
tutors.
relieving myself. Would you like to see where I did it?
No, they're my tutors.
And what are you doing in this part of the woods?
The free
They're
forest.
teaching. I'm learning fishing and camping and expedition. I got a badge for that last one last week. It was really cool. And
You earned that.
Thank you. Let's see. Like weather detection. Like when the moss is this way, it's gonna rain, or like when the cows lie down. So yeah, all of that.
All right, so let's have here a persuasion check, and we'll go at advantage. You all have got a passable story here.
Who's rolling that? Is that
A
clear?
lone Girl Scout.
Oh, it's definitely clear.
Group leader.
Yeah, 2 adults and a child. Lone Girl Scout in the woods.
What was the roll?
Persuasion.
No, okay. 6.
That was an advantage.
Oh no. Okay, good.
You're being helped.
Oh,
No.
Oh no.
violence it is.
Yeah, at this point, the general like is sensing the kind of awkwardness, especially like, what do you mean you're like scouting, like your way out here? They're like, something doesn't add up here. I don't know what you're doing out here, but we'll sort it out. Drop your arms on the ground, and we will escort you back to Alderheart and evaluate what the situation is.
I cannot
They
drop
are
my arms.
attached.
They are attached.
What they said.
You will drop your arms, or we will make you. And they all prepare for battle at this
Okay,
point.
I'll drop it,
Down.
and he's gonna drop a dagger really fast at this guy's face. Because I did say I had my darts out.
You did say you have your darts out,
Oh,
but they are also prepared. So let's roll some initiatives
All right.
here, and we will approach that momentarily.
That took what, like 90 seconds?
Yeah, if
Maybe?
It's a 17.
Great.
that is
Nice.
also a 17.
15.
All right, some good initiatives here. So let's go ahead then, and since Horbus, you rolled well, let's go ahead and start with you.
Yeah, he is. This swarm kind of form around him, and he throws this dart out.
And you're throwing it at the leader.
Yeah, the guy who was talking, telling us to drop our weapon.
So that the leader is a little lighter armored. He seems to be somebody who favors like a leather armor, whereas some of the soldiers are a little bit heavier armored, wearing like a chain. And yeah, that dagger does go true.
All right, so he is going to take 7 damage from the dagger, and then he is going to take an additional. Make sure I'm doing this right. It's in a couple of weeks. An additional D6 from my swarm. As these daggers, or these bugs kind of push the dagger into him, he takes an additional 5 points of damage from that.
Nice.
And then Horbus is going to tell everybody, separate, split, and fight. And he is going to dive into the woods.
All right. And Ember, that brings you up.
Whoever I am closest to, I would like to like barbarian jump and slam my battle axe into their skull.
Yeah, so you're probably within about 30 feet. I mean, were kind of crept up here to the edge of the road, spotted these people. I would say that any one of the targets would probably be within 30 feet of you all. Mm-hmm. You all probably kind of ran into them along the side of the road, so they're kind of flanking their cart. So there'd be like 2 soldiers on the far side of the cart, 2 soldiers on the near side of the cart, one of which would be the leader of the bandits. And then the Lumos is actually riding in the driver's seat of the cart again. So yeah, if you want to, do you want to attack like the leader or like one of the 2 soldiers nearest?
One of the soldiers.
Okay, excellent. So go ahead and make your attack rolls here as you rush in at this soldier.
25.
Dang, almost got that crit.
So close.
Yeah, absolutely a hit.
It's gonna be 11 damage.
Nice. He did not like that.
And that is, with my new feat, that is slashing damage, and it does something.
I think it lets you re-roll one of the dice if it's maybe. I could be wrong. These things have changed a lot.
I
and
reduce a creature's speed when they're hit with slashing damage.
Oh man, that's awesome. So yeah, you kind of like hamstring this guard as you kind of collide in from the side and slash it in. Fortunately, he doesn't have to move a lot as he swings back at you under direct attack by this huge barbarian. He pulls this large long sword off his back and is going to swing at you. Very unsuccessfully. I mean, you're right in him and he can't really get that sword out and around on you. That's a 7 to hit you, so that's a solid miss. It done. Yeah, one of the soldier that's on the far side kind of rushes around to the front, flanking along with the bandit general here, and it's going to. And as he comes up and sees that, like, you just darted it, he's going to, like, follow through the rest of the way and charge to close the distance with you, Horbus. Okay. And he will make the attacks at you. Does a 15 hit, Horbus?
Does not.
And that definitely won't. So, all right, awesome. Big turn for the bad guys. Clear it.
I will kind of run the opposite direction of the others and just kind of catcall whoever is, on that direction. And then I will hold an action for when somebody approaches me. I have my scimitar out and ready to roll. And I'm just taunting, trying to lure somebody away so it's not like a cult.
Gotcha. So kind of moving towards the back side of the cart, then away from the front. Okay, awesome. And so the bandit general here is, or not bandit general, the guard leader here is going to point out at Horbus and be like, they're in the trees and they're flanking. Prepare defense. Stand strong. And he kind of like leaps up onto the cart and then like down the back, and with Clear and kind of trying to draw attention, he goes over that direction, and he's gonna meet you scimitar to scimitar. So he's got a scimitar in one hand, and he then also pulls out a dagger in his other. The first scimitar attack is a nat 1.
Excellent.
The second one's a nat 20.
Ooh, less excellent.
Yeah. So that'll be, so just a reminder for everybody, we do max damage plus a dice roll. So that will be 9 plus 2, 11 points of slashing damage at poor little Clearin. And then that will bring up the other soldier near the back of the cart, and it's going to go and try and assist its friend here next to it, fighting with Ember.
I had a held action for when it was.
Yes, you did.
approaching me.
Go ahead and attack back. Good call. Unleash the tiny fury.
23.
And you do.
Okay, the scimitar is for 9 damage. And then I too have my little dagger in the other hand, so I will swing with that because I have the nick feature, and that was a nat 1. So
All right.
9 total.
So that other soldier is rushing over towards Ember and will successfully get its weapon out, but not swing it very well, for a 6 and a 10. Very effective soldiers here.
They're intimidated by the new armor.
On top of the cart, the Lumos kind of starts chanting, "In the name of the keepers, aim your attacks better." And he seems to bless a couple of his
So
allies
inspired.
here.
Is he telling his guards to get good?
100%. That does bring us back to the top, though, and Horbus.
All right, so Horbus, seeing that Clear is getting a bit overrun, is both of the guys that Clear's dealing. Or wait, you said the guy with the lighter armor is fighting Clear right now as well, right?
Yeah, Clearn is fighting the apparent leader,
Okay.
and then 2 of the soldiers have engaged with Ember, and you have the 3rd soldier in your face.
Okay. Crap, he's in my face. I'm gonna risk the attack of opportunity and make some space between this guy and myself, and kind of move back onto the road. And I want to make sure I still have a line on Clearin and the leader.
Yeah, definitely doable. He swings, and you manage to kind of like preemptively duck to the side as you see it coming.
All right, cool. Then I am going to bonus action cast my free hunter's mark on the leader. And then I am going to action Vex Dart him. So that dart attack is going to be An 11.
An 11 is not going to hit.
All right. Then he's going to shout at that guy, try picking on somebody your own size. And that's his turn.
All right, Ember,
actually,
you've got
can I
two
do one more thing? I'm sorry. Can I just
No,
grab my spear off my back?
of course. Ember, you've got two guards
Right in front
brutally
of me.
slashing at you.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to use my great axe to hopefully cleave the one right in front of me.
Yeah, the one is like 3/4 of the way ready, so
Must be a dirty 20.
definitely.
13.
Yeah, and like a tree, that one goes down.
Okay. And since I have weapon mastery, when I hit a creature with a melee attack using a great axe, I can make a melee attack roll with a great axe again on a second creature within 5 feet.
Awesome.
So I would like to lather, rinse, repeat.
Yeah. That's sweet.
It's only a 12 though.
Yeah, unfortunately, like I can envision like it's the cleave going through, and yeah, like it probably caught up in the first one's armor a little bit there, as you shake him off to the ground instead of hitting the other guy.
Upon missing, I would like to barbarian rage.
Awesome.
Yeah, I don't miss.
All right, the one in two pieces bleeds, and then his
Excellent.
his friend that was in the woods after Horbus is going to go rejoin the fight, seeing its friend fall against this raging barbarian, will join in that fight. So keeping 2 on the barbarian, that's a 9 and a 7. I'm all over these rolls tonight, team. That one nat 20, that's all we're getting. Clear,
So
you're
glad I
up.
could be there for you. For that.
Someone's got to take it.
What would you like to do, Amy, as you're confronted with this large raptor in leathers, a very ferocious looking scimitar mirroring your own?
I am a strong, independent woman. Damn it! Oh, shit. I hit the wrong weapon. I was not supposed to use the dagger. So
Okay.
that'll be my second hit that I probably missed, but my
All
first
right.
hit is a 25
First hit'll
with
hit.
the scimitar. For 6 damage. And yeah, then I would have had the dagger, which was only an 11. I do have a
Alright.
quick question, because I have on the Quill Cloak, which it says in my amazing notes, 1d for damage if attack misses. So if he tries to hit me and misses, it's 1d4.
So you
to
have
him.
to like kind of curl up in it as a bonus
Okay.
action.
Got it.
So yeah.
Well, because again with Nick, the dagger attack is part of my action. So can I just bonus action like shoulder over a little bit?
So yeah, how the cloak kind of is as a bonus action, you can kind of curl up in the cloak, thinking like going in like a hedgehog ball, and
Mhm.
you do go prone, but you do gain 4 AC. And
Mhm.
yeah, if they miss an attack on you, they then take damage as they kind of get caught up in those quills. So yeah, it's definitely a defensive bonus here, but you will have to use movement to stand back up next turn, essentially. But might not be a factor. Yeah.
Sure.
And he kind of seeing this cowardly behavior is like, huh, pitiful. And he's like, not even worth my fight. And he's going to move over to the more present threat, which is the hulking barbarian, and join his compatriots over there. And they're going to kind of move and surround you, Ember. And they kind of take this 3-point attack at you. And he is going to start swinging at the vicious barbarian. So that's a 14 won't hit you even, right?
It will.
Okay, so let me roll my d4 and see if the bless helps then. I'd have to get that probably. But I'm guessing an 11 will not, though.
It will not.
Yeah, all right. So second attack. It's a nat 20. All right, so that would do 9 plus 5, so 14 points slashing damage.
Okay. And I have resistance, so that's half, right?
Sure is.
Okay.
And then he kind of sweeps through with a dagger here at the end for a 21 to hit.
Oh, yeah.
For 6 more points of piercing damage. Again, you'd have that to 3.
Yep.
And then, since you're just surrounded, the soldier here is going to try and attack you. That is a 14 hit.
Yep.
That is 7 points of slashing. And I'm not going to complain about my rolls anymore. That's a nat 20 again. I'm sorry.
Yep.
And so that's going to be 21 points of slashing damage.
Lord. We're level 4. How are you?
Ember is hurt. She's
Of course,
not looking
having
good.
that to 11, a little bit.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
The Lewis on the cart is going to move up behind the leader here, and he grabs that shoulder of the leader, kind of puts his hand on his back, and is like, "Keep defending us in the name of the Corvus Council." And his hand kind of glows, and all right. That that brings us back to Horbus,
All right, so
who is now on his own.
Horbus is going to see that, and so he's going to drop concentration on Hunter's Mark on the leader. He is going to bonus action cast Zephyr Strike on the Loomis there, which lets me get advantage on my attack on him. So I am going to, I've got the spear in one hand, I'm going to pull out a dagger in the other hand, and I am going to throw this dagger at him using Vex and my Swarm. So let's see. First roll is a 14.
14 will hit.
A second roll is a 23.
That'll hit more.
All right, so the dagger damage is going to be, oh hell yes, 10 points on the dagger. And then he's going to take a d8 from the Zephyr Strike for 4 more points of damage. And then he's going to take a d6 from my Swarm for 2 more points of damage.
Nice. This Lumos is bleeding profusely from the beak.
And I think at that point he is going to, seeing that Ember is in trouble, stop now, or I will finish this, Loomis, and then bathe in the rest of your blood.
Ember's rubbing off.
He is.
All right. And the little aura that has been hovering around the leader and one of the soldiers since the Lumos cast earlier seems to kind of fade away from them. No longer blessed. Ember.
Whoever's in front of me, immediately cleave.
So you kind of are surrounded. You've got 2 soldiers, a leader.
Okay, who's the one that just did the crit damage? That one.
Yeah, so that would be the soldier.
Yeah, no. him right now
Yeah,
in the face. Yeah. It's going to be a 23 to hit.
definitely.
It's going to be 15 damage.
Yeah, one blow. Drop this dude.
Excellent. And then with the cleave, I would get a second hit on whoever's also within 5 feet. Are they both within 5 feet?
They're all within 5 feet of you. So I would you could go to the general or the other soldier or leader.
Who's most hurt?
The leader has been hit by Clearin. He did get a little bit of a heal. You saw some of the wounds close as the Loomis came up behind him, but he's still definitely injured.
All right, I'm gonna go for the leader. It's be 17 to hit.
That'll hit.
And I don't get my proficiency bonus on this, so it's just a regular. Up 2 whole damage.
It's something.
Yeah.
All right. One of the soldiers will continue attacking here, trying to take down this ferocious barbarian in front of them. That's a 14 hit.
Yep.
For 5 points of damage. And an 11 will miss. And that'll bring up Clear.
Noticing that the opponent went off, I am very annoyed. I was ready to battle. So I'm just going to pop up and, because it's kind of right behind the cart, I'm going to jump up on the cart and just yell, like, "You coward, get back here!"
And you would definitely have enough movement to get to them. They're not far away still, so.
Can I parkour off the side of the cart then?
100%. Please do.
What do you have those mouse legs for if you don't?
And, because when you parkour, you have to yell, "Parkour!" As they come flying in. For a crit, bitch!
Awesome.
So that is 2d6 plus 4 is my regular
So it would be
plus
10 plus a d6.
So it just rolled 11. It rolled crit damage.
Gotcha. So yeah, it's doing the standard D&D, like double the dice.
Yeah.
So
I rolled a 3.
Yep. So 13 points of damage. And the bandit general is not looking very good, but kind of as he like takes his big blow to the back here, he kind of turns his head and looks at you, and like he kind of swishes his beak together and just like spits like a hunk of blood out, and like, "That all you got?" And you see he kind of like stands up a little taller here. Oops, that was the wrong way. And just seems to kind of like get a little extra fire in his eyes as he kind of heals a little bit as he takes this big hit. Anything else from Clear?
Yeah, I'm gonna swing back around the other side with my dagger. 18.
Definitely.
So that is just a d4. 4 damage.
All right. Mr. Bandit General is not looking great, but yeah, he now perceives you as a much bigger threat and is going to turn back around and keep fighting you now.
Can I just leave my dagger stuck like on the top of their head?
Yeah, 100%. Like, it's kind of like caught the skin in between the skull. Like, it didn't go through, so he's alive, but yeah, he's not happy about it. And the blood kind of runs in his eyes as he rolls a 2 to hit and an 8 to hit for a 13. And the last one will be a 15 for a 20. So the dagger
Right
attack
back.
does finally connect. Yeah, we're hearing you.
Doorbell?
So you do get a dagger slash at you, and it does 5 points of piercing damage clearing. And Mr. Healer gonna cast his last cure wounds on himself because he is hurting after that.
The good news is, Ray, that we're right next to a magical pond that we can throw your corpse in, and apparently it's going to be fine. So
I will need it because I am not okay.
yeah, I'm just going to drag you. by,
Just a
like,
little
one
mouse carrying a
foot.
big ass
Yeah.
owl.
Yeah, dragging you.
Sorry about that.
And no, you're good. And we're back to you as the Lumos kind of heals himself a little bit. Back to you, Horbus. We've got still one soldier and the leader surrounding Ember, but the leader has turned to fight Clearin instead, and the healer has chosen to heal himself over his compatriots.
All right, cool. So I hit the healer last time with Vex, so I've got advantage on him again. So I am going to throw a dart at the healer again.
Mm-hmm.
First one is a 15, and the second is an 18.
Both will hit.
All right, so that's going to be 8 points of damage on the dart, and then he's going to take another 1 point from my swarm of anger. And is he still up after that?
He is still up after that.
All right.
Not looking good, though.
So Vex says I get advantage on the next attack roll before the end of my next turn. So would that work on a bonus attack as well?
No, because the next attack roll was the first attack roll.
Oh, and I didn't say that that one was Vex. Okay. Then I am just going to swing at him. Actually, I'm going to toss another dagger at him.
All right.
It's going to go wide with 5.
All right. Ember, you've got 2 more soldiers engaged with you and a bloody healer standing up on top of the cart, short ways away.
I would like to go for the leader, please, who is
Yeah.
not focused on me.
With a dagger on the top.
With the
of
dagger,
head.
let's be a 21.
Definitely.
Be 11 damage.
Yeah, he kind of stumbles towards clearing a little bit after taking this huge blow to the back. He's really not looking good.
All right, and I'll try to hit the next guy for 20.
Oh, yeah.
For 8 damage.
Nice. He's not looking good either after that. But he is still going to try fighting for his life here. That's another nat 20. I'm sorry. I blame my dice, but this is D&D Beyond. So that'll be 17 points of slashing damage to Ember.
Okay.
Halved, of course.
Yep. Thank God for rage.
Yeah, it's kind of huge.
Kind of a big deal.
And balance in all things, his second attack is a nat 1.
Love it.
That will bring up clear. You've got a very wounded leader and just Ember, a very wounded soldier, and just beside you there, a very wounded healer.
I will try to finish off the leader. That's an 11.
Fortunately, not quite enough to hit.
And I'll swing back around with the dagger. Because it's in its head, I'm just gonna try to like grab it and then like yank it down and like cut down the side of the face. I'm just
Awesome.
gonna cut the head and just like peel off. 22,
Definitely a hit.
Nice.
but that one gets just a D4. 2 damage. I peeled down their face skin.
Does that get like a bonus die for psychological damage?
No,
I think
but
that only works in Cthulhu.
Yeah.
it does, but it's on us. So
Does that give a boost to Ember?
So watching Clear just get another skull for
Yeah.
her, vivisect it.
it's close to inspiration, but all right, this leader is now seeing the writing on the wall and is realizes he's got to end this now or else it's over, and he's gonna try and finish clearing here. The 19 to hit for 9 points of slashing damage. Second attack is a 15 to hit.
Yeah.
And the final is again a 15. So much as he wanted to, didn't quite have it in him.
Another hit would have dragged me to the pool.
The spellcaster standing on the cart, though, is going to summon this like bright, glowing, flaming light on you, and I will need a dex save from Clearin.
Big ol' 4.
All right, so that will do as you're engulfed in a sacred flame. It does 7 points of radiant damage. Radiant damage.
What the hell is this?
And that brings us back to the top, and Orbis. The untouched for once.
I know. I haven't been touched in combat. I did the only damage I've taken. I did to myself.
Yeah.
All right. He sees this. I think he's gonna go after the healer. Actually, no, he's gonna go. Who's looking worse, the healer or the leader?
It would be very difficult to choose between those two bloody levels.
Okay. I think he has been working on the healer, so he is going to keep going with the healer. And I am going to use Vex again.
All right.
Does a 14 hit?
A 14 does hit this squishy little bird.
All right, cool. So he is going to take 8 damage from the dagger, and then from my swarm of hatred, hell yes, she's going to take another 6.
What does that swarm of hatred look like as you finish this thing off?
I think you see this kind of trail of black motes following this dagger, and as the dagger lands into him, these black motes kind of just scuttle up and down into his throat and suffocate him.
Gross.
And he just
I love it.
as he goes down.
Awesome.
Humblewood.
Anything else from Horbis?
He is going to move within range of the leader and draw his simi.
All right. Ember.
The leader, I would like to cut him in half at the waist, please.
Let's do it.
He has so nicely.
Oh, no, it's in that
Oh
one.
no! Man, we are both sides of it tonight.
Swing and a miss.
And rage doesn't give you any kind of advantage or anything.
Not that I see.
Adds damage.
Resistance. Let's do bonus to damage if I hit. Advantage on strength checks.
Okay. All right. So unfortunately, it goes a little wide. The blood getting in your eyes too. The soldier who is sensing your demise, is going to try and finish you with a 6 and a 16 to hit.
16 will hit.
All right. That is going to do 8 points of slashing damage.
Oh, man.
And that brings up Clearing.
Let's just do it again. I don't like you. Which for her feels like a very big proclamation. 22.
Did you hear
Definitely
what
a
you just
hit.
said?
Ember can't
4.
hear anything. She's
5
just
damage.
drowning in her own blood.
Ringing.
Yeah.
Do they
So-
have more than 5?
He drops down to one knee, but he's kind of still like looking up in you with one eye through all the haze of blood dripping down his face from his near scalping that you gave him. He's just alive.
So going back with the dagger and kind of slicing down the other side for a full feel effect. But horrified by it and basically just like eyes closed with the dagger, like, I don't like this anymore. For 25.
Absolutely. And yeah, the face just kind of peels off in like skull and muscle.
It was 1 damage. Did they have 1 hit point?
They had 1 hit point.
Hell yeah.
And there's just one soldier left in the mix, and he's kind of looking around.
Just watched his leader
And
get
is like-
his face cut off.
Clearan's like, ugh.
He drops his long sword on the ground. I swear, it was just a job. I didn't like those guys anyways.
You should go home now.
I think, yeah, Horibus is going to look at Clear and then look at this guy and just go, run.
And then I'm gonna do my best Ember impression and hold up the dagger and then go, ah!
And if he has given half a chance, he will take off down the trail, running away.
Normally Ember would argue and chase him, but she can't.
I have a proposal, and by that I mean I'm going to the fancy water. Goodbye.
That's understandable, and I think Orbis will... Are we out of initiative, Donnie?
You are out of initiative
Okay.
now.
Orbis will
I was just gonna go.
reach down and give Ember a hand up and also give her 9 points of healing back.
Oh, thank you.
I think Clear's got the right idea. Let's get what we can off of this caravan and go for a soak.
Yeah, let's move the caravan just like to the pond,
Yes.
and then Ember is going to just like belly flop into this pond.
All right, so let's start with the caravan then. So it's similar to the one you've ran into before. A couple giant ferrets pulling a large cart filled with a very eclectic set of wares here. It looks like pretty much they've ransacked a small village, essentially. Maybe a couple houses or a business. It's hard to say. It doesn't really look like a coherent load. Like, it's definitely not trade. It's definitely not a normal tax load. But yeah, just a odd assortment of random goods. And then there are, of course, the 4 dead raptors and the lumos here as well.
You know what I'm going to do, Donnie? I'm going to loot the bodies.
Yeah. So yeah, they have some general gear on them. The soldiers are wearing chainmail. They do have a sword and a long sword and a shield. Nothing intensely to them, but let's make some investigation checks here.
$11. I got a lot of blood in my eyes, you guys.
14.
17.
Okay. So yeah, as you're all kind of inspecting the different bodies around you, Clearin kind of takes her victim there, the leader, as their own purview, and is a bit more successful. Their sword seems to like the blood is like stayed off the blade. It stayed clean, and they do also have a strange kind of note in their pocket. It's like a folded up piece of paper. Doesn't look super official, but some kind of writing note to this person is on there. And you probably also find between the soldiers, you all find probably 10 gold. And then you can lead the cart into the woods back to those trees if you'd like.
Yeah, I think good idea.
So we make our way just a short distance. You weren't far from the road. So you make your way back to the pool. What would you all like to do?
There's just like Clearin ran basically kind of ahead, and then as you get towards the shoreline, you see this little trail of like a cool coat and then some chainmail and then my shoes and like my jeans and then just a little like bobbing mouse head in the middle of a pond.
And the water is refreshing, but it doesn't like magically heal you any longer.
Oh, I needed that.
We get inoculated to it?
You lying jackass!
You saw it. It did it before. I showed you.
Well, now I'm just bleeding in it.
I don't understand. And Horibus will stick his hand back in it.
Yeah, no healing effect. It's nice, refreshing water. The glade also just doesn't seem to have the same, like, essence to it either.
Can I roll a nature to see if Horibus has heard anything about this, or maybe if he can?
Yeah.
I think it's the elk personally, but that's a 12 for Horibus.
A 12. I mean, you've definitely heard of different like legends in the woods and things like that. Not really anything particular to this, but I think that Horibus is like drawing some connections. Like it's not something he like knows, but he's confident in being like, I think it was more that than the water.
I think what he's putting together, I kind of imagine this world has Fountain of Youth myths just like ours does. Yeah. And I imagine he's kind of thinking, you know, all of those myths for over all these years, nobody's ever been able to find it, and now he's thinking maybe it moves. Maybe we found the Fountain of Youth, and it moves.
I will say that the water is refreshing, and if you all did just want to kind of, you know, relax a little bit, mend your wounds, you could certainly take a short rest here.
I take a swim, and then I come up, and things are still bleeding.
You're pretty down, right?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, he will. He'll put his shoulder on you, or his shoulder on you, his hand on your shoulder, and you fought well, Clear. I'm proud of the warrior you're becoming. Sorry you have to. And you're gonna get 11 points of healing.
I was going to say, if you want to save the spell slot, you taking a short rest, you'd all be able to use hit dice, too.
Oh, okay. I forgot I'm so bad at spell slot management, I forgot they don't reset on the short.
I figured, like, you know, we're all still learning classes. Especially, I haven't given you a whole lot of opportunity to actually play, like, the spell and fighting part of your classes.
Short rest it is.
Yeah, I will that spell slot and short rest.
It made my HP go down. What?
Does it make
what? Turns out you're poisoned. No.
My max and current just dropped by taking a short rest. I broke the whole system, people. I broke everything.
There we go.
Broke D&D.
Did it like unlevel you somehow?
Hit point wise, yeah.
Weird. It's Tech and Amy, so.
Fine.
Curse. Curse.
So you all kind of spend a little time relaxing, healing. I assume you probably go through the cart a little bit more, and you notice like there's like an armoire in here and like a rocking chair. There's also probably assortment of there's definitely a couple like bags of like money in there. There's food stuff. There's like a barrel of ale. I mean, it's pretty eclectic.
It looks like
Nothing.
a raiding party, maybe.
Yeah, it looks more like they took what they could.
This isn't the work of professionals. These are criminals, brigands.
Was it a criminal party or was it people like getting
they
out
were
of Dodge?
100% was
Okay.
one of the raptor groups that was sent out from Alderheart.
This is
Because it would have been hilarious if we just robbed a caravan of people trying to leave the city.
whoops.
No, they definitely were a Corvus squad dispatched from Alderheart.
Okay.
And they've apparently retaken some of the tax burden. So you gotta imagine this definitely isn't worth as much as the first cart was.
There's no indication as to like which village any of this stuff came from, right?
I mean, you're just a short ways outside of Meadowfen. It's a safe gamble.
Okay. I think this stuff belongs to the people of Meadowfen. Let's bring it back. This
We
is.
shall ride into town victorious.
I agree. This is a disgrace. They bring shame to their feathers.
Shall we bring them the bodies?
No.
Does Clearin read through the note you found on the camp captain, by the way?
Yes.
So this note is kind of scrawled in like a rough hand. It's definitely not like a assignment missive or an official document. It just reads, just drop the vial in the well, and it's worth 10 gold to me if you do.
Did we find
Was
a
there
vial?
a vial?
You did not find a vial.
Did we find a well?
You've not found a well.
There's probably a well
okay.
where they came from, though.
We should look for a well.
Have you told us what the note says?
No, I just say out
Okay.
loud we should look for a well.
What? There's water right here, Claire. What?
I don't know this thing. And then she'll hand you the note.
Oh shit. We should go now. I think they poisoned the well in Meadowfen.
Oh, poops, let's go.
Let's leave the wagon here. We need to get there as fast as we can. Stop anyone from drinking from that.
Wouldn't we get there faster with the cart?
Does the cart have? It's got ferrets.
Yeah,
in
it's still
it.
got the two giant ferrets pulling it. Yep.
If we can, yeah. If somebody has a positive modifier to their animal handling,
Of course I do.
then yeah, let's see if we can't make haste. Get there as fast as we can.
+1.
Got a plus
Oh,
here.
I'm at +2.
Oh. Can I assist Ember?
Absolutely.
I will go up and I will very politely discuss with the ferrets what we're doing while Ember takes actual charge and tries to run the
I
cart.
feel like this is a carrot and the stick situation going on here.
No, it's not good. I got a 5.
Was that with advantage, Ray?
Oh, no, that wasn't with it. One more time.
With feeling.
Hey, way better. 19.
All right.
19. Yeah, so you kind of clear and kind of goes and gives him the ear scritches and then jumps on the bench next to you. And yeah, you give the yeah. And yeah, that cart's booking it down the road, bouncing along. Horbus riding on the back of it. And yeah, it's a very short time to get to the outskirts of the village of Meadowfen, which is a kind of a farming hub for the area. You do just on the, as the wind switches directions occasionally, you do get like the slightest whiffs of like old campfire and just a little bit of sulfur coming from the north. And here in town, it's relatively quiet. There's several villagers going about their business. In general, people are a bit preoccupied. Seems like something's been going on as you come riding into the outskirts of town.
Is there like a central square where the well is?
Yeah, I mean, you could kind of make your way further into town and find the kind of center of town. It would stand out. I don't know that like it's centered around the well per se, but you would go following the road to like where you run into a couple larger buildings. There's one that's marked as an inn. There's also a kind of a larger house that would probably be identified as like kind of a center of the local government, some kind of mayor's house or town master's house. Couple other official buildings and shops. You also pass one building that seems to be in the last stages of kind of burning down. It didn't seem to catch and burn down others, but there is one shop that's no more. Still kind of smoldering a bit. There's lastly here, set up in the center of the village, is a kind of colorful cart, a wagon, and some kind of merchant peddling goods out of wagon. And there does seem to be a small crowd around that as well.
I think he's going to, as we get into town, he's just going, "Give me the captain of the guard. I have dire news. No, just spread the word. Don't drink from the well."
Ember, you should guard it, and then if someone tries to drink from it, you should slap them.
I could do that.
Yeah. No one else will attempt it after you slap the first one, I think.
Sounds like solid
That
advice.
house looks fancy. Should I go knock on that door?
Yes.
They look important.
Clear. You go knock on that door. Tell them what will happen. I'm going to go track down the captain of the guard and make sure we can get this worked out. Yeah. Break.
All right, so Cleared's going to like the kind of mayor's house essentially.
Yeah.
And then Horbus is trying to track down the law. And what is Ember doing?
If I see the well, I will 100% guard the well.
Yeah, so they're not an obvious well right here in the center of town. But certainly asking around it probably wouldn't be too hard to find. But let's start with clearing, kind of going up to the mayor's house and knocking on the door, I assume.
Yes.
So yeah, shortly after you do knock, this portly hedgehog answers the door. "Well, yes, welcome. Who? I don't recognize you. What brings you to town? I'm Theodore Picklesworth, the town master of Meadowfen."
Hello, Mr. Pickles. My name is Clarin, and I am from the city. I am here to alert you of potential death and destruction.
Well, we are in the grips of that at the moment. Well, old Widow Fida's lost her shop. Those damn ruffians that claim to be on Corvus council business saw to that. And now we have some kind of unknown disease rampant in the village, it appears. We've had multiple reports of sickness this morning. It's good timing. I mean, we generally like to welcome visitors here, but at this time it's less than ideal.
Well, At a better time, we can share cookies. But for now, about the sickness, I think they poisoned the well, and my friend is gonna go guard it so that no one else can drink from it. And then one of the other people, I stabbed them maybe in the face, and we took the cart and we got your stuff back. I think it's your stuff, but we have the cart. And sorry you're having a hard time. We're here to help.
Well, the fact you're here to help means a lot, young one, and I'm worried that, well, it's more violence begets violence. It's a thing I always say, but, sometimes standing up is the right thing, too. We will discuss this in great length, and some decisions will be made, and we will decide how to proceed, but the fact that you, in good faith, returned the goods to camp, or town, that speaks very highly of you. And now, what is this you speak of about the well being poisoned?
So on one of the people that took your stuff, had this note that said something about a vial in the well, and, well, 2 and 2 together, I guess.
Well, this is unfortunate, but it's good that we know this. At least we can do something about it. We'll have to dig a new well, I suppose. I hope this doesn't last long. Do you know anything about these kind of matters? Seeing what kind of poison is affecting this well? Is it deadly? Several are sick.
I could send for my mother, who is a physician. I don't know myself, I'm sorry, but I could send for help. Also, if you are just having a hard time, kind of sounds like it, I know a great therapist who can do wonders in 25 words or less.
Well, leave me a card for them, and in the meantime, I think, Spleck's potions seem to be helping some of the villagers, even if they come at quite the price. So we'll at least take care of those who are most desperate need. In the meantime, maybe you can make sure the well is secure, and you said your friend was heading for it. It's just down the road there, and just in front of the old inn, and maybe they can get you a room there in the meantime. Are you familiar with the Lusty Rooster? We have our own branch here.
I'm still in the t-shirt. As a matter of fact, I'm best friends with the purveyors of our local Lusty.
Ah, yes. Well, it's a recent expansion of the chains, but it doesn't quite. I did once visit Alderheart's branch, I can admit. It was quite the adventure, but ours does quite respectably and takes care of the village well. You can go get a room there. The inn's right next to the well, so make sure nobody else is using it. And if you know anybody who can at least investigate these matters further, it would be good to see if this is something that we must abandon the well, or if it can be cleansed. That would be good to know.
Do you have poster board and markers I could borrow?
Yeah, I'm sure something can be found for you, and we'll get that to you down at the well shortly. In the meantime, I think most of the goods that were taken did belong to Widow Frida. It was her shop that the group ransacked and cleaned out. It's part of their recompense for apparently our last tax shipment going missing. It's been a tough time.
Sorry to hear about that. Tell Frida that we're sorry about the bloodstains. Okay, I'll go to the well.
So yeah, you can kind of find the well very short order. It's just kind of like one street over, essentially. There's this inn, and on the sign, of course, is a bright red rooster. And this house has 2 floors. The main level is kind of your tavern and inn, the upstairs being like rooms for accommodations and things like that. In the meantime, let's jump back over to Horbis, who's been looking around for the law. And let's just make a investigation check here. It's not a hard check. You can probably find it pretty easily, but let's be sure.
9.
Like I said, it's not terribly hard. You kind of spend a little bit of time. So at this point, probably Ember and Clearin are well on their way towards the well and dealing with things there. You do finally manage to track down the constable who you've heard about from some of the villagers while you ask and track this down. This is Constable McGee, and rather aged Gerbine. He wears a pretty tattered old breastplate, a very large sword, especially compared to the size of him. He seems like a pretty kindly old man, though. A twinkle in his eye. He's clearly seen some things, but instead of it making him hard, it's just made him empathetic, essentially. And he's definitely a staple in the village. And this morning, he's been kind of making the rounds, trying to keep things calm, talking down like people from forming their own hunting parties and things like that, trying to keep things from turning more violent and more wrong here in town. As you come across him, he's kind of talking to a group of young men like, yes, I know you want to fight, young men, and that is bold and noble, but not all battles are won with the sword. Many times it takes a field to win a battle. You must feed yourself and build the good to take down the wrong. And they're kind of listening to him and trying to come down to calm, but
I think this is hitting Horbis at just the right time. And he's going to kind of come up and look at these kids. You should listen to the constable. He's speaking truth. There's no glory in violence. It's just inflicting horror on one another. Trust me, I've done more than my share. But Constable speaks true. There's many fronts to fight on. For instance, it seems something has tainted the water supply in this town, Constable. Would it not be a useful way for these young men to fight against that tyranny by having them set up water collection from a nearby river, so we can make sure the town has safe water till we get to the root of this contamination?
He kind of looks back and he's like, interesting. I wouldn't expect such calm thoughtfulness from a raptor. Clearly you've seen some things as well, young one. Yes, this is a good plan. You said something's tainted the water. That does make sense why we've had this rash of sickness this morning. You young fellas, gather buckets and haul some water to the inns and the town master's house, and we have some barrels at the what would be a constable station? What's a good medieval sheriff station word?
Barracks?
Yeah, let's go with it. The old barracks, and we have some old barrels there. Fill them with water, get them filled. We'll need a stock until we can determine what the state of the well is. And he sends them all off scurrying. Well, good advice. This is a good plan. I appreciate the information about the water supply. This solves a great mystery.
I didn't want to start a panic, though. And he looks around. Are we alone?
Yeah, relatively. There's people about their business, but nobody's paying attention.
Those brigands that claim to be with the council, that were with the council, they did more than just burn down a widow's house. He doesn't know she's a widow yet. They did more than just pillage your village. They poisoned your well. This is not contamination or a taint. This is an attempt to kill this village. This is poison. I have a member of my party guarding the well right now to make sure nobody else falls ill, but you should probably get some of your people on it. And Fear not. Justice was meted out.
Indeed, dark deeds, days and dark deeds. To think that council would betray us so deeply.
The
And you
council's
say
betrayal.
the council ordered this poisoning of the well?
Council's betrayal to the people they claim to serve knows no end.
Interesting. Dark, dark deeds indeed. Do you have evidence of this?
Who has the letter?
Clear had
You
the
do.
letter.
Oh, that's right. No.
I
she
handed
gave
it to Horbus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So Horbus will hand that over.
And he kind of inspects it for a moment. He says, this is dark deeds, but this note strikes me as something different. It indicates a payment. This seems like maybe something else on the side.
I wouldn't be surprised. Corruption seems rampant in the council.
Well, it does seem that way. I mean, with this added burden of the taxes, and I mean, they just took our taxes about a week ago, and then now they're back and demanding blood, and saying that we stole it back. But
Constable, are you aware
we
of
know
the
better.
growing movement in the camp outside of town?
Well, I mean, I do have my finger on the pulse of things. I'm quite up with things, but, you know, like the kids say, there's always a movement here or there.
I think, Constable, this might be the movement of the time. We can bring the small folk together and help protect one another from more atrocities like this. I would recommend you make contact with Benisaridan. Tell her Orbis asked you to.
This group, did they have the means to aid here? We're going to be in a rough spot after this.
Any allies are better than no allies when you need a hand. They'll
It's
help.
true. We don't have much choice, I don't think, at this point, if the council's willing to stoop to these means.
And they are. And much worse. Trust me. No, it's...
I do trust you. He kind of looks around a little hesitantly, like yourself, I don't want to cause a panic, but as those toughs of the council left, they kept us out of being able to help keep Frida's shop from burning. And as they did, they said, you wouldn't want the scorched grove to spread here.
An insight?
Yeah. So you all definitely know of the scorched grove.
Okay.
I mean, there's this huge swath of the forest, and it's just a little ways north of
okay. It's what
Meadowfen.
they call the burn scar of the fire.
Is that? Yeah.
Okay. Okay. I thought it was a cult. We play with a lot of cults. It sounded like a cult. Right, if I've ever heard one. Join with Benisaridan. And tall. Those stand at your stand a much better chance. Together.
Well, that is true. And speak more to the town master. He knows more about the scorched grove than most tend to. His family's been here a long time, and power has secrets, as I'm sure you know.
Make sure you get your deputies protecting the well and keep doing the good work of those young men. Better direction than...
Indeed. That's solid advice. And he will kind of head off towards the well to secure that. And I think,
can I get that letter back?
yeah, and he'll hand it back to you.
Thank you. Yeah, he'll head off
Yeah.
to the inn.
Yeah, so as you kind of head off towards the end, you walk back through the main hub of town. You see there's still the colorful merchant wagon making quite the, not spectacle, but making quite the impact in town as many come to visit it, purchasing goods and potions, and you even hear one of them hawking, feeling the local sickness that's going around. We've got that cure here at Spleck's Caravan. And then, yeah, you got to move along.
He'll take a walk. Excuse me. He'll at least get eyes on this caravan as he's walking back to the inn.
So there is a merchant here in this wagon, and it is a interesting looking reptilian merchant, being a reptilian type of creature. Bright colors, blues and yellow stripes, a short, thick tail, and this person is calling out like one at a time. I've only got so many goods, but we'll make sure the most sick get what they need. A mere 50 gold, and I've got the cure for what ails you.
Yeah.
Snake oil.
Yeah, hearing that 50 gold, that's gonna rustle Orbis's feathers a little bit. I think he's going to Friends. I don't know what this guy's selling, but 50 gold? Look, something tainted the water. There's no mystery disease going around. There's a practical problem with a practical solution. Right now, people are already bringing fresh water into town. So just make sure you get rid of your old stores of water. Don't touch the well until you get the all clear from the town master. And this should pass. 50 gold? Really? And he's going to look at the merchant. You know what this town has been through.
And the person you're talking to is like, well, Spleck says it's really rare materials needed to make this high quality health potion, this elixir of Spleck, and he's not forcing us to buy it, but you know, if you're sick, you need what you need, and I mean, who are we to judge that he put in the hard work to have these ingredients and make this cure on a pinch for us? Well, he came to town just couple days ago.
Before the tax collectors burnt down that home?
Yeah, he's been here a couple days.
Friend, this is... Are you ill now? What ails you? Willing to spend your life's worth on?
Well, I mean, can you really put a price on your grandmother's health? He kind of moves up in the line at this point, and he does buy a potion from Spleck and heads off. And Spleck kind of sees you in the crowd. He's like, "Now, sir, don't judge. It's nobody's forcing them to buy, but one can have health in a bottle. Who am I to deny them the goods they need?"
I'm all for making sure people get what they need. Lex, I don't think you need 50 gold, each of these people. That sounds to me like you're just trying to... telling them that without your help, they're gonna die. That sounds like a threat to me, Splex. And listen,
did not
buddy,
tell them any such thing. I told them that I could cure them, and he kind of slicks his tongue out and licks his own eyeball real quick, and then back into them.
I'm very good standing threats. I'm gonna drop that price. Myself clear?
It's an intimidation check here.
I somehow have a -2. Still got a 15.
15. It's not terrible. And he's gonna be like, well, if this place is no longer friendly to commerce, I guess I'll move on then. That's unfortunate for the village, but on to the next. Friendlier pastures
Hey,
always, and on.
How about you give me a bottle for my trouble? I want to see what this miracle cure is. I mean, look at it this way. If it's actually worth half of what you're saying it is, it'll convert me to a customer, right?
I mean, I'm not short for customers, sir. You're welcome to buy one of your own. I'm certainly not one to turn down capitalism.
So you're not even willing to stand behind your product with a free sample?
The whole village here will gladly speak to their health after taking my potion. Not one unsatisfied customer yet.
We'll see.
And a couple of the villagers are probably actually getting a little upset at you at this point because it has cured friends, family. The potion definitely has validity.
Just think you're charging people who have given too much already far more than they can afford, friend.
I understand it's sometimes untasteful, but, a charity can only put so much food on the table.
Carry on, friend. And kind of shoulder past him and move on to the inn. Or the Lusty Rooster, if that's where we're meeting.
Yeah. And so when you make it to the Lusty Rooster, Ember and Clearin, you probably would have been there for a little while already. Let's actually make a perception check for the two of you.
16.
Dirty 20.
Nice. So the two of you have kind of found a seat. You're kind of in there. And while you've been kind of people watching, you pick up that one of the maids seems to be paying a special attention to a Gallus in a corner. And he's got still a black eye, some old wounds, probably about a week old. And you could swear that was that rooster from the caravan in the first place. And that's where we'll pick up next week.
Oh, that's awesome.
Was that the one with the cheating wife or the one that was sleeping with the wife?
The one that was sleeping with the wife.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, the husband died in our hands, I think.
And I will add as well that the hen that he keeps talking to, the waitress in the rooster, seems to be named Jenny, the famed Jenny of the love triangle.
Sorry, I killed your husband. Oops.
Clear probably is.
Claire might.
All right. Well, thank you everybody who joined us tonight. That was very much fun. Make sure you subscribe, share, all that fun stuff so that we can keep making awesome content and hanging out with you guys. We will see you guys Wednesday with, at the very least, rave reviews. We'll let you know on our Facebook and socials if we're going to be doing Donnie Does It that day. And then we've got video gaming tips on Friday and then another rave reviews on Sunday. So we're out there most nights of the week. Come hang out with us and have a good time.
Thanks, everybody. I had a lot of fun.
Thanks.
And everybody.
Bye.